Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Join us now is Kristen Littleton, an advocate for Immanuel Birthing Co. on the verge of closing pending a hearing on the 17th with the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I want to start out, just tell us kind of what the situation is right now, what's going on.
So on December 17th, there's a hearing to close down Immanuel. They are going based off there was a stillbirth in 2021, and they're saying that Immanuel did not follow all of the rules and the risks that happen, and which is not true. They definitely did, and since then, since 2021, they have changed their risk assessment when it comes to having mothers come in there. Things have changed, and they have asked KDHE to tell them what they want, what they can do to keep the doors open, and they haven't given them anything.
Okay, and so if the doors do close, you know, what will the community be losing if it
Well, we're going to be losing affordable health care because when you birth at the birthing center, it is so much cheaper than at the hospital. I know families don't want to go to the hospital because sometimes there's higher interventions there, and at the birth center there's low intervention, and it's very personalized care. It's a lot, you have a decision when it comes to like doing the gestational diabetes test. You have a lot healthier options than taking that drink. They do take insurance, which I think is kind of a misconception that they don't, but they absolutely do. And it's a lot cheaper. It's and people that don't want to go to the hospital but maybe aren't feeling safe at home, which is kind of where my husband was as well. He was okay with no hospital birth, but he was not okay with having it at home. The birth center is like kind of the in-between that we have. So, and there's nothing in like Topeka and West, we don't have a birthing center. Okay,
it's
the only one.
It's definitely kind of about keeping options open for a lot of women out there.
Yes.
And I want to talk about your experience a little bit, because what's made you such an advocate for keeping the doors open?
So I did have 2 hospital births for my first 2, and then the third one we kind of wanted to go a different route, and they definitely did a risk assessment. So I had really low iron in the beginning, and they weren't sure if I was going to be able to birth there, and then I got it up and everything was fine. And then when I ended up having care there, everything was so personalized and kind and compassionate. And then when I had Eleanor, my water had been broken for 24 hours, and they said, you have to go to the hospital, even though I begged to stay. I wanted to not go to the hospital, I wanted to stay there, and they said absolutely not. So they follow their rules, they follow their risk assessment, they follow what needs to be done, and that is all the care that I've heard from everyone else as well. I know women that wanted to go there and then they've risked out. They're not just letting you be. They definitely are watching you and making sure that things are going the way that need to be, and when they're not, they will transfer you.
Well, it's quite a testament that you're here advocating for them to keep their doors open when you yourself was turned away towards the end there.
Yeah, I haven't had a baby there, but when I hopefully do get pregnant again, I want to have the option. I want to use Immanuel again, and I want to go there, and I want other women to go there, and I want them to stay open. So
how can the community come together to kind of to help support Immanuel right now and get the word out to keep the doors open?
So right now we have this QR code. You can sign our petition, and we have a protest today, a peaceful protest today at KDHE downtown. We encourage everyone to come. Also, we are asking people to either write letters or email their local people. We've emailed Governor Kelly and Janet Stanek, who's the head of KDHE, and then they said to email as many local people as possible.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like at this point, it's all about the community support to show that, hey, things have changed, and let's keep this option open for Topeka and for the women and the families out there.
They have changed, and they have changed their risk, and they've changed what they do, and hopefully, because what happened is an absolute tragedy, and I grieve for that family, but we can keep this open, and they have the opportunity to show everyone that it is a safe place to birth, it is an affordable place to birth. So. And we need to have that birthing choice, whether it be the hospital, in your home, or at the birth center.
Exactly. I completely agree with you. Well, Kristen, thank you so much for joining us this morning and shedding some light on the situation that's going on.
Thank you for having me.
And everyone, please, you can learn more about Immanuel at immanuelbirth.com, and also head on over to change.org to sign the petition.